Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome back to Edge of Legend here on Twitch. Season 2, episode 37, 38. 38. I watched 2 recaps today. Numbers are hard. Listen, you do what you can, and look at all these amazing faces. You get to see all of them. And let us say hello to these amazing faces, starting with Randy. Randy, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
How dare you choose me first?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, that was pretty rude.
Hi, everybody. I'm Randy Alvarenga. I play our human druid, Lothier Vanlinson, and our pronouns are he, him.
Excellent. Well, next up, we have returning guest, Tobias. Please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hello, I am Tobias McCurry, playing Tobias Raphaelis of House Raphaelis, and my pronouns are he, him.
Excellent, excellent. Well, in mid-Jeremy, we had Sidney there for a bit. So, Jeremy, I almost called you Jeremy. Sidney, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Wow.
Hello, my name is Jeremy. Hi, my name is Sidney. I play Alona, the half-elf cloistered cleric, and her pronouns are she, her.
Excellent. Well, next up, we have Sam. Sam, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Well, hello, I'm Sam, and I play Ichiputon Papakui, also known as La Pacifica Dorita, and our pronouns are she, her.
Nice.
And Jeremy. You can call me Jeremy anytime.
Are we all Jeremy?
We're
Is
all
Jeremy
Jeremy.
Legion?
Oh,
Jeremy Legion. Yes, the Jeremiah.
Actually.
Yeah.
Probably.
If you only knew. Next up, we have Wes. Wes, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hi everybody, I'm Wes. I play Dragon Targir, the Duskwalker Magnus, who likes to blow things up all of the time in so many different fashions, and also drag his friends in front of his other friends.
Also, reprising the role as Leon Kennedy today.
Look, I do what I can, okay?
Looking handsome as always. Randy, you're going to say something?
I was going to just say how good it is to hear Wes do the voices again. Like, you have your full voice
I
back.
got my full voice back,
True.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Very
Awesome.
excited about that.
I don't
Well-
sound like this. Hello, everyone. My name's Gladys.
Technically, I can't legally call it food. It's called a treat.
I think I found my character for the charity thing.
Oh, yay!
Oh no. Alright, Kurt.
Oh,
Sold!
Sold. You'll find out more about that at the end of the episode. But next up, we got Kylie. Kylie, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hello, I'm Kylie, or I go by Kai. It really doesn't matter at this point. I play Shiodabis, the Elven Ranger, and we both go by she, her.
You're so pretty.
You're pretty.
Yay.
Also true.
We're all hot.
There's a lot of facts.
We're all gorgeous. Let's be real. Hold on.
So it's in
No,
there,
he's the
Dragon
cutest,
Targaryen,
though.
Dragon Targaryen.
True. Frog.
And Frog the Mug is here. That's how you know it's going to be a good night. My name is PJ. I am the GM for Edge of Legend and Nat 20 Productions official here on Twitch. My pronouns are he, him, and I'll be playing everyone and everything in between. And if you haven't had a chance to go check out the recap, Sidney did a great job as always on the YouTube. That's Nat 20 Prods on youtube.com. Here's what you missed last week's episode. The heroes finally get to the city of Dragonsgrave, this memorial city with a lot of speculation behind it. And when they get there, they find a large circular-shaped city with a lot of stone walls shaped kind of like a maze. But it seems dead, like there's no one inside, like a ghost town. Eventually, they come to realize after Lothier makes that sweet dispel check, that there's an illusion spell over the whole city, and there's actually a massive thriving populace that have just been hiding in this illusion spell. Well, now they've just been exposed. They're like, well, we're just going to keep going on living, and hopefully these people aren't assholes. And they weren't, because they're heroes. Now, at that point, they decided to find the person that Tobias's father, Tobit, helped rescue from the cycle, the 8th cycle prophecy, someone by the name of Cain Chasen. They find him eventually. They have to split the party, going in 3 directions. I believe it was Tobias and Shionibus goes to find Kane. Dragon and Ichi go to a Bun Boys. Words are hard too. Numbers and words. What? It's difficult. And Lothier, Morel, and Alona go to Kane's favorite bar in the city called Fire and Eulogy. It's a great time had by all there. What's happened? I can see a notebook being pulled up.
Got me your notes.
You did forget something, PJ. Isn't that?
I did.
And that was the important fact that Ichi almost went crazy and blew up the whole town.
Oh, I'm getting there.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So Tobias and Shadowbus get Kane. You two go to get coffee and donuts at Bun Boys, only to find out coffee is now illegal in the city of Dragon's Grave due to the NCC, the non-caffeine compliant
We're
movement.
liberating the city, Les Miserables style.
Yeah, and I could just see like the middle distance stairs, like explosions went off in Ichi's brain. But there's no coffee in the entire city of Dragon's Grave, and soon the entire world will be NCC, non-caffeine compliant. And with that, they left the Bun Boys. And eventually everyone reconvened at Fire and Eulogy for a drink. I believe some people went up to go fishing. Some people went to a mausoleum after that. And some people went to a library. At the mausoleum, we met one of the 5 Wormkin at the beginning of all things, a friend of Tanin, a friend of Arbad, a Wormkin who goes only by the name of Tianglong, and the Kitsune Duskwalker who are protecting the mausoleum. And that's where we ended, as Tobias was like, what is this? And Shonibus was like, it's a Duskwalker. And do you two want to reenact the famous end of last episode?
Yeah. Please, after you.
Yes.
What's a Duskwalker?
Are you fucking dumb?
Yes.
And that's where we ended the last episode. So now we're going to be starting off from this moment. With that moment being done, we are going to jump over to, it was a very lengthy, a lot of stuff happened. We're going to jump over to Lothier and Ichi, who are fishing by a sign that tells you by the standing sea. When you go down, by the whole city is on a bit of a slant. So when you start walking towards the port area where the fishing is, you can really kind of see how everything has to get nailed to the ground or else it's going to slide off. And then you see a kind of unusual sight. You see fisher people just out to sea by like a good mile stretch, not in boats, standing on the water, just boink, right where they stand and just pulling up water. Not only are they standing on top and just literally casting directly into the water, but you can see water droplets just constantly rising as it breaks the chemical cohesion, that chemical surface of the water, rising and then pop, land, and just this never-ending cycle of the water just rising and falling.
I've never seen water behave like that.
Nothing is normal here.
So they but why? It's just easier to sit in a boat. Why use magic to stand on the water? That's just weird.
Maybe it's part of their non-caffeinated heathenry.
I said weird, yeah. So this is what I think. I was thinking we would get a boat and talk to some of the fishermen and see if they had any information on the last time this town, bit the dust. But are there boats on the dock?
You do see some boats. Mostly smaller boats, dinghies and fisherman ships and smaller merchant vessels. Nothing that looks at all capable of taking a large group of people around the world.
You want to go out there? You want to try to flag down one of the fishers before they, I guess, go on a stroll in the middle of the ocean?
Let me try something really quick. Nietzsche's gonna look around for like a rock or a pebble and try to skip it across the water and see how the water behaves.
It hits the water, and you can kind of see like an awkward dispersion of movement before it then eventually just starts skipping off like it just hit solid ground.
Oh.
So because I went to school and I know about science, I did get a C- in my science class. What I think experiment with this experiment is telling us is that maybe we could stand on it, but I don't trust anything in this godforsaken town. So I'm going to let you make the choice if you want to try to, or if we should go see what those boats are about.
I mean, when in Acadia, do as the Acadians do. So why not?
Okay, you first.
I just made that a new quote. I'm sorry. Sure.
Writing that down. Win in Acadia. Do as the Acadians do.
Yeah, I will begin walking out across the water.
You know how to swim, right? Just in case.
Yeah, I mean, we have lots of mud back home and lots of water. Maybe. Like we play in like a puddle or a lake or whatever. But I've never walked on water. This is, and he's like taking very awkward steps because he keeps like expecting to like his weight to go into the water, and I guess it doesn't. And so he's like a very ugly duckling, like trying to learn how to walk for the first time. He's like,
It's definitely an odd sensation because it's just like when you step in mud, there's that moment where it's mostly water and spongy. There's not a lot of reinforcement. And then eventually, boom, like your foot hits something solid. And then after that, every step is very much the same. Like you feel like you're standing at first on mud, like a spongy mud that's going to give way, and then like solid land. But it's definitely water. You can feel the wetness on your shoes. You can hear it squish and splash as you step, and you're just walking out to sea where all the fishermen are literally just standing, somehow like little like stools out, and they're sitting on their stools on the water waiting for their line to jump.
All right, I'm coming. Each is gonna plop down and just make her way out. Are we trying to fish? Are we asking these guys questions? What's happening here? Because this is all so weird. All the information's left in my brain.
I'm more surprised by all this as well. The idea was to get information. But I also like fishing. Fishing's nice.
Yeah.
But and then I look down. What does the water look like? Is it like clear? Is it like very murky? Can you see fish like swimming around and doing stuff?
Yeah, you can see all the way down until the darkness of the water would normally make water opaque and impossible to see through. You can see fish moving around clear as day. In fact, sometimes you see them kind of like nipping at your feet and then going. The water has this impossible crystal blue color to it, and there's a bit of a translucent light quality. A very, very beautiful blue color. Sam, you've seen a similar blue like this before.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic on the water because I just need to know why it's behaving this way.
You cast Detect Magic on the water, and suddenly everything around you, the water for like miles in every direction, becomes this blinding light that just stings to the eyes.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that was not what I expected.
Ichi pulls out her very large pair of celebrity sunglasses. Just puts them on her face because of course she has a pair of those.
Yeah. So what kind of magic is it?
Evocation magic.
Good to know. Good to know. My favorite. Well, like, this is very magical. Like, I can't see magical. Like it's like the sun got absorbed into the ocean. I don't like it. Here, you go first.
No, here you go. You need this more than me. She puts the very large celebrity sunglasses on your face.
Yes, hero point for the shades ready to roll.
Is that better?
Oh, it's much better. Thank
You look cool.
Oh, I do. Oh,
Yeah.
That's mighty nice. Thanks.
Yeah.
what it-
You know, I think this is good. This is good. You look so cool. You got to be the one. You got to take the lead here. I feel like if I saw you out on the open ocean, standing on water, wearing those sunglasses, I would want to tell you everything I knew.
All right. So what's my cover? Like, what? Why am I out here with my fancy sunglasses?
You are scoping out this venue.
Oh, all right. Maybe I'm a one of those troupe performers, the ones we met.
No,
But, like, no.
you're a producer.
Oh.
I
get. Ooh. Okay. Who are you? Are you like?
Oh, I'm your assistant. Yeah.
Okay. I'll act like, okay, I got it. And I walk over and I go, no, all of this is wrong. All of it's wrong. I need to talk to somebody. Excuse me. You, fisherman. Yes, I'm talking to you. Please come over here, fisher boy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. They put their rod, they kind of like stick the end of the rod in the water and it stands up like a long dart and they just come walking over to you. How can I help?
But we are trying to reimagine the story of the last cycle. All right? And we're doing an entire production based on it. And we know that there was a giant wave of water that came from over here. Right?
Giant.
How are y'all standing here? That's the first thing, because I ain't never seen nobody do that. Not where I'm from.
Well, normally we don't like to talk about the great flooding attempt.
Do you know who I am?
I do not know, sir. No.
I'm the greatest producer this side of Acadia.
Oh, sir, just give me 1 moment. I'll talk to him. And I pull the fisherman aside and I say, I'm sorry. Hi, I'm Ichi. That is, you don't know who, I guess you don't know who he is.
Wow. He just told me he's the biggest producer.
He's the greatest producer.
What does he produce? Milk?
He produces what?
Milk. You say he's a greater producer of what?
Milk?
Yeah, he come and he said he's a great producer of milk, isn't it? I don't know.
What you need here? And no, a producer of events, of experiences, of storytelling, of adventure.
Oh.
Yeah, you like all those things, right?
Yeah, I fancy I go down to the 3 different theaters every once a month or so, yeah.
And you know what? Maybe there will be milk-based beverages at such events, but anyway.
Oh, I can't eat that. Milk is my tummy's a bit of a complaint.
Okay. Well, now you know who he is. All right, let's continue. Just be cool. Be cool. It'll be fine.
Cool.
Just don't look directly. He's got the sunglasses on, so it's probably okay. But try not to look direct. All right, you're gonna do great. You're gonna. And she just gives him a little push back in front of Lothier.
All right. I hope some sense has been talked into your ears. Now, I need all the information that or if you don't have that information, I need to be introduced to the right high class people who know what's going on here because.
All right, yeah. So I heard you want to know about the big flood that we had about like 20, 30 years ago. It was real bad. One man stopped it. He died. That's about it.
Well, I look over at Itchy. I don't think this guy's gonna give us what we want.
Oh, if you want to learn more about history, we got a library. It's got a bunch of information in there you can learn from.
But this is the location. Am I wrong?
Yeah, he died here. And he points right where he's standing, right here.
Oh. And has the water always had these evocational properties to it?
I don't. Sorry, I don't mean to look in you. I don't know what that means.
I'm sorry.
How dare you?
It's okay. It's okay. Look, I'll take care of it. Look,
Oh,
I'll take
okay.
care of it. I pull the fisherman aside. So I apologize because he has quite a large, elaborate vocabulary. What he
Very
means
smart.
yes, very smart. What he means to say is, this water you can stand on, which is not normal for
Mhm.
most water. Is it always been like that? What happened?
Yeah.
What happened here?
We don't know. But a long time ago, we came here. And as long as I've been a little boy, grown up to a man, water walk on. You can walk on it.
Okay.
We call it stand and see. There's some blue rocks down there. We don't know nothing about them, but they're strong blue rocks. We heard they're strong blue rocks.
Blue rocks.
Yeah,
Blue rocks. Okay.
strong blue rocks. Yeah.
Strong, like
But we don't know. I certainly don't. But we think the rocks are making the water stand up, the pushing.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Well, Lothier, this gentleman has just been so helpful for us, hasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, you've been the pinnacle of greatness.
That
in
means
your
a
town.
lot.
Yeah.
I've been a lot of greatness. Oh, that sounds like a lot of good time. You've been hold on. You've been a lot of greatness, and thank you for coming.
All right.
No, as a treat, you can look at him, just once.
Okay. Hi.
Wow.
That's enough.
Okay.
I just love the connections we make here in this industry. It's beautiful. Okay. Lothier, do we have anything else to do here? Are we getting fish or are we leaving?
I as soon as we sort of leave that guy, I'm gonna ask you what he said when you were away, because I didn't hear the part about the blue rocks, probably.
Ichi will elaborate upon all such details.
I want a blue rock, is what
I want-
Lothier says.
You want a blue rock? Are we gonna fish for these? We could try to fish for the rock.
Oh,
We
I
could.
wonder, can I
how
turn
else.
into a fish?
Wait. Can you?
Can I turn into a fish? Is there a fish form? Is that like its own thing?
I want to say there's either like an aquatic form, or you can just take pest form and take the fish option, which basically gives you like a swim speed of like 20, and you can breathe underwater.
Oh.
Then yes.
Yeah, maybe you
wanna-
don't want to turn into a fish so you don't get caught.
Or you get caught.
I mean,
Lothier for
Listen.
dinner.
All right. Alona, the smart one, isn't here.
isn't here, and Lothier 100% wants to turn into a fish now.
Ichi says, "That's a great idea."
I can turn into a shark.
Holy crap! Oh, that solves that problem right there and then.
All right, I'm gonna walk away from all of these people, and then I'm turning into a shark.
Okay. I want to know. I don't know what the shark stats are. So you tell me. What's higher for you, acrobatics or athletics?
Oh, I don't have that. I have a swim speed, a melee attack, a damage. Actually, this is heightened what right now?
Let's
Heightened
see.
third or fourth?
Fourth level it should be, because you're level 8 right now, so be fourth level.
Yeah. So I'm like large if I want to be. But essentially, my AC equals 17 plus my level. Attack modifier, athletics is plus 14.
Okay, so give me an athletics check.
All right, let's go.
Remember, fish are friends, not food.
Nope, I'm eating
Shark
them
bait. Hoo ha ha.
all. 27.
27. So you transform into a shark and you're about to like dive into the water, but it's like just landing on a solid glass panel. There's even a nice wet smack as you do, and you have to start kind of using all your sharky muscle to like break through the surface level of the water, and then it's like falling again. All of a sudden, it's just, and then you enter the water proper. Yeah, you can tell there's this unusual magical aspect to the water. All the water in this lake, in this ocean, is constantly just rising to the surface level and then like breaking that surface tension and dropping, this creating this amazing 3 to like 8 inch thick level of water that's basically as solid as rock to step on. Going further down, you see a school of fish, hundreds and dozens of different like collections of fish, and then you look and you see this massive blue, almost like a coral shelf of glowing, sharp blue rocks. And they're just pulsing with a heartbeat kind of sound. Give me a perception check.
My friends are telling me no, but they ain't here, so
I know.
live life dangerously.
That's right.
You're gonna be fine.
You said what? A perception?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where did my no, I thought I closed my sheet and I almost cried. That is a 14 plus 16. 30.
30 plus 16. Yeah, it's a 30. Okay.
That didn't sound like it should have been, but it was.
Sometimes the math has to like click in. Yeah. So you notice 2 of the 3 things that you could have seen in this moment. Number 1, the first thing you see about these rocks is your reflection in them and this powerful mineral inside. And the closer you get, the faster and brighter it hums and thrums. As you're looking through the murky water, obviously the shark eye is starting to kind of take over. You see encapsulated in a giant blue crystal a body of a man in a suit of armor with a sword and a shield. And then for a split second, you hear this rush of movement behind you as something just swims on by.
It's time to go. Yeah. I do my best to swim back up.
Okay. Quick minute because this is funny. So first of all, hi Effie Burton, so great to see you. It's been a while. Just thinking today, it's been forever since we last saw you. But also, I want to give a huge shout out to Shemp Jenkins for saying "Lothier Shark do 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 do."
I
Lothier.
hate everything.
Of course, you brought it on stream. I knew you were gonna. I knew if
Too
no one
good.
else would, you would do it. Good,
too
good for you,
good.
man. Good for
Too
you.
Good for you.
I'm happy. So yeah, you give me another athletics check as you now have to fight with all your sharky might to break the surface tension.
All right. Ooh.
Can't believe you live down there now.
I will say.
How do
Fish
these people
boy.
fish here? Do they like?
Yeah, that's what
through-
that's hard.
Is it like ice fishing where you have to cut through the layer?
I mean, like I said, they're casting like as hard as they can directly downwards. They're just like, and then just relaxing afterwards. They're breaking that surface tension with all their might and then just chilling.
They're just
That's
jacked.
a 33 on athletics.
33 on athletics. You
Nice.
you hit that
I
surface
mean, like,
tension. and
it's way my shark form is way better than Lotharia's at athletics. Let's be honest.
That's fair. That's fair.
strong shark. Yeah, you break and breach like a blue whale, majestic, like Free Willy kind of twist in the air. You're out.
As I come back up, I
Slam.
transform back. No, I transform back into myself because
Okay.
it's gonna be way worse to be a shark with no legs.
Oh, I was hoping that you were gonna flop, but how was shark time?
I think we need to find Alona right now.
Okay.
There's a person down there.
What?
A person in a suit of armor trapped in some blue pulsating rock. I feel like someone smart.
It's out of my wheelhouse. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Nope.
Let's go.
I just came for the water, and then I turn around and walk.
I hand him back the sunglasses for the trip back.
All right. So from there, we finish up with the fishing and we go to the library with Dragon, Alona, and Morel. We open up at the Wisdom Vault library, and the outside of this looks like the opening of a dragon's hoard. It looks like this really cool cave, almost like a vault door, and the skeleton of a dragon kind of trying to like keep the door from you, but it's only like as a guise. But the minute you open the door, inside you see a stone-hewn library. The shelves and everything just built into the stone itself. Massive books, rooms, and pathways. And there's 3 stackings of front desk attendees with humans and wormkins and let's see. I want to make sure I get this right. There it is. And at the main one on the bottom floor, you see what looks like an orc man with beautiful golden orange robes with like little glasses clipped to their nose, and they're just going over inventory stock.
Since we don't really know what we're looking for at this point, besides general information, I'm going to go immediately up to the orc and ask them for assistance.
And
Help!
and
I don't say it like that.
Dragon's gonna hang back and have a little chat with Morel.
Of course.
So you go up to the orc.
Mhm.
The orc kind of looks up, kind of like getting a second to recollect the blood flow to their brain, looking down their glasses and their nose at you, just kind of.
How deep are they in that book?
Pretty deep. And they say, hello there. It is great to see you. Hello.
Hi. It's great to see you too. I'm wondering, we're just passing through, and we just were curious what you had on the business of tempering a soul.
Tempering soul. Is this in relation to one of the plays that the theater house does, or is this a fairy tale? Anything you're looking for?
This is like it has to do something with prophecies, prophecy related.
Which prophecy would that be?
The 8th.
The 8th prophecy of what?
Circle.
Oh, the cycle. 8th cycle.
Yeah, the cycle.
I how much are you looking to know about this?
As much as you can possibly give me.
I'm just guessing you're not from around here?
You would see me a lot more here if I was.
This is important. Hey, you two. I'm going on break. Don't expect me back. I'll come back when I'm ready.
I love this guy.
He introduces himself as the head of the Wisdom Vault Draconic Library. He is a Goldfire orc who is in charge. His name is Ayemo Nelena.
I'm gonna get you to spell that for me later.
I will. Yes, please, because it's not. It's a strong name. So Ayemo Nelena is just kind of looking. He goes, "Oh, follow me." And they take you to what looks like basically a giant door sealed by two dragon claws made of bone. And he has to kind of systematically pull one in a very specific order, one after the other, and then eventually go, and the door just automatically falls open.
That is so cool.
I'd like to think that Dragon and Morel are at least like following behind, like making sure that Alona is safe and not being kidnapped by these random people in this library.
Thanks.
Morel is just going like, yeah, whatever conversation we're about to have when we come back to you. We're looking forward to it. So you go into a room. They have to keep the door open because they light a bunch of torches, and this is a sealed door. The minute it closes, there's no oxygen allowed in here. So he starts lighting some candles, puts them down this massive oak wood table. You can even see there's draconic etchings, depictions of dragons and some of the war just whittled on this thing. And yeah, a massive hewn stone wall filled with hundreds of books. And he looks to you and he says, we're going to be here a while. Do you want to divide and conquer?
Yeah. Is this all have to do with the psycho prophecies?
No. This has to do with, I don't know how to put this, him.
Got it.
Mm.
Alona's still like a kid in a candy store because this is a huge library. It's so big. Where do we start? Do I roll a die random? Do I get direction? What happened?
I'll tell you what, if you want to just do a scanning cursory glance and just kind of look at hundreds and hundreds of books, give me a perception check or survival, because you're tracking, I guess. Yeah, the Dewey Decimal System is basically just tracking. Yep.
I'm gonna choose perception because my modifier's way better.
PJ, I've never thought of the Huey Decimal System as tracking, and now I can't unthink that.
I rolled almost the best I could roll, so this is going to be a dummy thick roll. Alona is living her best life. She's in her element. She got a 36.
God.
To scan through all these books.
Jesus. So there's like 5 great libraries in the world. Obviously, there's the library, the Platinum Hammer, that has a living wormkin of 40,000 years buried in the basement. That's where you met, Tanine. You have the library in Shin, which unfortunately didn't get a lot of chance to look into. And number 3 is the Dragon's Grave Library, because it's got all this great shit. So
Secret library?
Secret library.
Oh.
At least 2 more.
And you went through a secret tunnel to get there.
Thank you.
Secret tunnel.
So here's what I want you to do, Sydney. Just so we can have a bit of time with Wes. Give me
Time with Wes, yes.
give me 3 to 5 specific questions, and then maybe we'll role play some other stuff there. So we'll go ahead and write those down. Think about it. So what is Dragon saying to Morel as they're walking through all this?
It's not going to be that in depth, but yeah, pretty much Dragon like pulls Morel aside and we're like, so I hear that you and Alona kissed and confessed love to each other, and he's like, with Morel, he's trying to hold back the smirk, all the while thinking of how much Morel has helped him, like the drinking escapade that he and Tobias and Morel had, and all this sort of stuff. Dragon's just really happy. So yeah, he's like, so I hear that happened. How do you feel about it?
Well, after it happened, I couldn't feel my fingers for a few moments.
Because you were excited or cold?
I don't know. I think all the blood went to my toes, and I was very happy, excited, scared, all those things.
You said all of your blood went to your toes?
Yeah.
Well, that does confirm one thing that I thought about you.
Big feet.
Sure.
Mm.
Well, I was just stopping you to say that I'm very happy that you guys have finally taken this small step in your adventure together. And he just puts his hand on his shoulder. He's like, I just want to see my friends happy, and I'm glad that you two are.
Thank you. I'm nervous. It's been a long time for me, and so I'm just really excited to see where this goes. No pressure.
Also excited to see where it goes because, I was worried for a little bit there that it wouldn't progress any further at all because, and don't get me wrong, I love you both, but you're two of the most awkward human beings regarding romance that I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, no, we really are awkward. Yeah, no.
It's fine. These new things can be awkward. But I guess I would just like to say that move a little quicker because you want to get things going before you die of old age.
Right. But hey, you know what? If I die of old age and she's still there with me, honestly, I think I did some things right.
No, I agree with you. I just, there's a whole lot of things in between, like dying together of old age and your first kiss that, should be. You take those steps. They're there.
Like buying a house together and having babies.
You definitely skipped a few steps there, but yes, those are some of the steps.
You see him get very contemplative, like, yeah, you're right.
Dragon is doing his very best not to explode with laughter after just this journey.
Oh man, so you're talking. I'm so sorry. I mean, it's something else. We're gonna say.
No. He's just like, but it does beg the question. Have you ever done the deed?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. Wait, done the deed. Sex?
Good. You can say the word that is all right.
I've got yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit in front of Alona. I don't want to like give her any impressions. But like, no, yeah.
Okay.
I'm a 3-time world champion in oil wrestling, a second prince of Acadia. I've had the sex. All right, mate. I know what I'm talking about.
And you see him like Dragon was like confident there for a second, and right up until Morel said the sex, and then he stops mid-step, and it's just like. But have you really?
Yeah. What?
Because I've never talked to somebody about this and had them call it the sex before. So it's fine if you haven't. There's no judgment from me at all, Morel. And I know you've done oil wrestling and things like that, but that is not the same thing.
No, of course it's not. There's a lot of other. Listen, there's a lot of really grotesque terms for it when I grew up, and I felt that they were all a little disrespectful. And so, we can try to call it fun things all we want, but I think at the end of the day, we have to be mature adults and understand it's intercourse, it's the sex, it's two people. How do you do? Having a good time.
I'm just gonna take your word for it at this point.
All right.
And his lip is trembling because he's trying not to laugh at Morel describing this in the most awkward way possible. All right, I'm just. That's fine. Good. And he just like awkwardly taps his shoulder because I'm at least 110% sure that that is not an experience that Alona has had. And he like looks up at Morel. And you're a very large fellow. I just want to make sure that if that step does eventually progress that. Just be careful. And he's just gonna walk after Alona at that point.
At that point, a look of realization comes across Morel's face. His golden purple eyes, blessed by Afra, just grow wide as a pink hue covers his amber Acadian skin, and he goes, "Oh no." And that's just kind of where you leave him, standing dead still in the doorway, just stunned in realization. Well, let's jump over to Sidney. Sidney, what are your questions for research?
No, you can't. Literally, you can't do that. The entire time I was trying to write questions, I was dying. I couldn't focus.
Why
I
not?
still have 3 more to write.
How about this? Let's go with the 2 you have, and we'll just spitball from there. How about that?
Well, fine.
Coach Dragon's walking right up to Alona after that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You might as well count these all. You might as well count them as more than one question. This one is more than one question. I'm asking for clarification on the soul tempering process. So I'm asking for literally like step by step. What does it mean to atone the sins of father and self? What does it mean to bind a weapon and soul to the martyr's prayer? What does it mean to bear witness and hold a vigil? Because we got the bare bones
Okay.
from the old guy.
Maybe rephrase given the previous conversation.
Wow.
So,
Also, I just have to point out, before that conversation completely derailed, Effie Burton said the funniest thing in chat, which they, I don't know, actually your pronouns, they most of the time do, but they said season 4, holding hands.
season 4, holding hands.
That's
We'll
pretty
get
good.
there eventually.
Yeah, when we finally wrap Edge of Legend, the whole show in season 5, that'll be when they do heavy petting. I don't know.
Yeah,
This is like a Korean drama. I don't know if anyone watches K-dramas, but it's just like, wow, like our fingers brushed for like 1 second, and that's like the season finale.
Yep. Light cuddling. Season 8 wrap up.
When I was in Japan, I heard that the very first translation so they didn't say "I love you" a lot. So the very first like foreign play that they had to translate "I love you" for, they ended up using "I want you to make my miso soup every day."
Yeah,
That's
I
actually
remember
really
that.
sweet. I like it.
I forgot about that. That was like, what was it? There was a time period where like love became taboo and outlawed because of some really weird dicey history, and
It sounds right.
Yeah.
All I know is that that's the translation. I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
Like if you can't say it, you've said it.
I mean, there's got to be some trust there to make your miso soup every day.
Right,
Like,
because
you know what I
otherwise,
mean?
you know, you got some arsenic,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. I'm glad we're on the
Old
same page
lace
there.
in your miso.
I was about to say lace too.
I want you to make my miso soup because I know it'll kill me soon.
Right.
So anyway, went for macabre humor there. Didn't quite see the landing on it. So the atonement for the sins of the father and son. Basically, you have to find the father who's dead, which is why Kansas is gonna be a bit tricky, and you have to get them to make an amends for something that they've done in their life, and you have to make an amends for something that you've done in your life. Now, in this case, and there are other like asterisks, if the person is dead, you have to now atone for them and put on the burden of the mantle of what they've done and get forgiveness in this life.
Lo siento, mi amigo.
So you have to so that means Tobias would have to atone for the sins of his dad and for him. Well, how the hell is he supposed to find out his father's sins?
Well, that's a great question.
Is it in a book?
His sins? We find his diary again.
Just a little post-it note.
Don't we just have his diary though? Like this is a legit question.
I don't. We took his diary
Oh,
from
no.
Or.
No, the notes that you got from his diary. I thought you said you.
Shonibus has those. Shonibus
Yeah.
has the notes from his diary.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Bind
Bet
the
Tobias
weapon
has
and
never
soul to
sinned.
the martyr's prayer.
You find that there's a very special prayer that's written in. There's actually a bright, shiny platinum covered book called basically the Tenants of Azamat. And in this book, you see that there is this restricted page that talks about the cycle and the martyr's prayer.
Oh.
And you have to, once you have been toned and that's done, you have to then go through a very specific ritual with blood and sacrifice, and you must do the martyr's prayer, learn it, and by sacrificing something, putting blood on steel, and saying the prayer, that's all sanctified and sanctified.
Okay, so by putting the blood and doing the ritual on the weapon, you bless the weapon.
Yep. And you must recite the prayer. You can like memorize it kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Bless weapon. And then bear witness and hold a vigil.
Now this one gets crazy. Once you have witnessed yourself perform a miracle, you then must go alone for 3 days and have a vigil to yourself and have a deep connection. And they always say like, and thus they went out and had a moment. They never really go into greater detail. You kind of get the feeling this is because this has been different for each person who's gone through this process.
Okay, going solo journey for 3 days to reflect. Oh, this is, man, Azamat's a dramatic bitch. Very dramatic. All right, so I guess that clarifies. And then my other question. So technically, I guess 1, 2, 3. This is 4. I guess I have one more. I want to know who the 5 wormkin were with Tanin and Arbad and Tianglong. I want to know who they were.
Okay. Only just because I haven't had the time yet to get everything ironed out.
That's fair.
So what I will say is that they definitely give you 5 from different chunks of the world. One they describe as platinum in presence and the bearer of the tenets of Azmat. You know this be Tanin. One they said copper scales, joyous and strong in belief. After reading all the descriptions, you come to realize this is Arbad. Joyous, happy, strong in belief. No one's really referred to him as that you can run into. And of course, there's one passionate and friendly and ever vigilant. You have Tianglong, but they refer to him as the first dragon under heaven. And it's just easier for him to call himself Tianglong. And there's 2 others coming from different parts of the world. So if you have a platinum and a copper and a jade, you also have a ruby and a onyx.
Okay, so it's like Pokemon.
Yep.
So you said a platinum, a copper, a what?
Platinum, copper, jade, ruby, onyx.
Okay, so is Changlong ruby, onyx, or jade?
Jade. Well, you wouldn't know this if you haven't seen him, but out of character, he's jade.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't know, but Shionabis and Dragon would know.
Yes.
Right. Okay, so. Okay. Why does my brain no work? Was it, you said ruby or was it amber?
Ruby.
Ruby. Okay, thank God. All right, and now there's a last question.
Mm-hmm.
That's my brain trying
Are
to
you
work.
okay?
No, I'm possessed by stress. It's a stress demon. It's inside of me, having to make all these big brain decisions.
Dragon's walking up to you, so I mean, you can ask him.
Do you have a question?
I mean, he's just walking up to you after the awkward conversation, so he's there to help.
Well, do you as Wes and slash Dragon, do you have a conversation that you would like to be answered right now in this library? Because right now
No.
I'm drawing with big blank. Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, more along the lines, he's looking for any of more of the drawings, like the one he saw in the tavern. So anything that would picture the elves and anything along those lines. That's what Dragon is looking for, because he saw that, and he's like, there's got to be some sort of ritual or other component to this whole prophecy that has to do with that, because no one will talk about it.
Sure.
Give me a perception check. You get one more thing, Sidney, as make sure I get the name right. As Iamo comes back with a giant book, it's covered in a very soft fabric. They gingerly open it up, blow on it, get gloves to touch the top. Dragon, do you speak Draconic?
I don't believe so. No.
Okay. And Sydney, you don't speak Draconic either, right?
Oh,
Okay,
I should have learned at this point.
26 on perception.
26 in perception. Cool. We'll get that in just a second. So they open it up and kind of giving you all a moment to look at it, realizing, kind of picking up that you don't know what it says. They start speaking Draconic and translating. The Tenants of Korimat. And he starts going through the book and starts kind of reading the personal holy book, if you will, that the Dragon of Corruption wrote. And they start moving through a couple of things. And finally get to this one huge part of the book, and there's like pages folded in. They fold it out. They turn it around. Before we get to what's there, Wes, you are able to find a book that has this unusual depiction of 3 tall, lanky figures side by side, kind of similar to the painting you saw. Records of the last days of the Great Dragon War. As you open it up, flip through it, you see a dossier about a specific mission at the end of the war and the dire times leading up to this point. And then it says in very fancy script, in desperation, with dragons upon us and gods forsaken, we reached out to the forge, the hammer and fire, the eyes that measured, and every other dwarven god we could. They in tale gave us the perfect weapon, a weapon that could kill the dragon gods, if need be, and help us fight the bestials that turned against us. We called them simply behemoths, for they were mighty and they were huge. Great was their violence, and humble was their stony hearts. And when the war was over, the behemoths, no longer having a job or a task, went to sleep. Their master, an elven general of the war, Valain Tarsian, saw to their health and their soul, and he put them to sleep when the fighting was done.
Yeah, he's Dragon's gonna like run over to Alona, and share all of that.
And this helps me with my final question. Who the hell is Tarsian?
Okay. So, a lot here. Number one, Tarsian, aka Valain Tarsian, is an elven, powerful mage and noble from the north. One of the longest living elves that survived the Great Pruning and was part of one of 3 different organizations whose task it was to solve the problem of the world trees killing all life. He was in the 3rd group that was working to find a compromise between blowing up all the trees or letting them stay and killing us all. He went underground after the other group was successful in finding out that they could blow up the trees. But before this, he was one of the greatest generals in the Great Dragon War, responsible for many successful missions, including the one that finally ended the fighting, where something precious was taken from the dragons, and in kind causing peace to flourish.
Okay. So the destruction of the world trees came after the Great Dragon War.
Yes, by a few thousand years.
Hmm.
You know, there's a chance that Gianibus might know who this is.
We should ask her.
Yeah.
Kylie. All right.
Also,
Okay.
really liking this idea of like a weapon that we can hold to kill God. Sounds
I
real
don't
useful.
think that it's anything we can hold. Do you remember when we went in that dream that
The spear
yeah,
at the bottom of the ocean.
the spear?
Yeah, there was a spear at the bottom of the ocean guarded by like a sea monster.
Well, I remember Ichi talking to
Maybe there's
a
trident.
construct.
Wait,
Remember?
Which dream? This has happened a few times.
The one where we literally went, like, when we were the
Yeah.
mushroom trip.
The big wave, and then we were under the ocean, right?
Yeah.
Then there was like a spear or a trident at the bottom of the ocean. It was like glowing, and there was this big, crazy sea monster guarding it.
Nope, I don't remember that. But I remember the constructs. There's been a lot. I need to go back and look at my
I don't remember
notes.
that. I was pretty focused on the spear.
You know, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That makes all the sense in the entire world. But this is enough information that we can go back to the party. I think right now we need to regroup and get all this information. But before we go, is there anything that Morel wants to look up?
Morel is just kind of looking at the tenets of Kormat that are split out, just, like opened up before him,
Yes.
and he's like, he kind of like puts a big finger on the book. He goes, does someone remember that poem about the cycle?
Don't. Come on.
Because I think you might want to look at this image in this book.
What does it look like?
Turns the book around, and you see written in Draconic, translated by EMO, it says, seeing that a god could die, a deal was made in secret silence. Koramat, afraid of death, afraid of the coming violence, reached out beyond the veil, and through the deep well, he made a deal so that if he died, he would never stay dead. And you see what you know from your time studying religion, Wes, what Dragon has this vivid, painful memory of, this massive well of green, churning, sickly green energy, this fire that just spews in every direction. And you realize that there's a picture of Korumat kind of hidden in the green fire, like a little unusual object. A piece of him would always hide in the green fire of the well of souls in the world of the dead. He would forever be a living god and a living dead. Kormat would never know failure, so long as the secret was hid deep in this world.
Fucking damn it, we gotta go to the realm of the dead. Ichi's gonna hate this.
You just see Dragon like getting this realization. You just see his like shoulders drop and his head sinks, and he what was this like jovial, you know, after having the conversation and still being happy for his friends, all of that kind of drains from his face, and he's just very serious, remembering the memories of that, also bringing back the memories of how he died the first time. So he just slumps. Shit.
And now, please, I stepped on your toes.
No.
Continue.
I'm gonna do some rolls and I'll send you some questions, PJ. But go right ahead and move on.
Okay, cool. My apologies, but awesome. I want to jump back to Tobias and Shionibus in the mausoleum.
We are certainly here.
So you were in this mausoleum with the Kitsune Dusk Walker and Tianglong, who has just kind of removed themselves from the sarcophagus and they're kind of stretching their bones out. Do you have any questions for them?
So why are you looking for another Duskwalker?
Talking to Mitori, the Kitsune?
Yeah. Well, really the both of them. She's gonna kind of look between the two of them.
Mitori says, I've been tasked with guarding this mausoleum for a couple hundred, if not 1,000 years, and I would like to take a break. And if there's a Duskwalker here, only they can relieve me of my duty.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen one. Nope.
Oh,
Nope. So sorry.
okay. Well, if there is one, tell him I said hi. I'm very lonely here.
Oh, now I feel like an asshole.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'll definitely. If I ever come across one, I'll let them know that you say hello. There's people that I want you to meet. If you ever, leave this very damp and cold place.
Jianglong, can I go on a small walkabout?
I want both of them. If they can both come, that'd be cool.
Tianglong looks to you and says, I can't leave. There's one very specific thing that I have to guard forever.
And what is that?
And what are the chances that anything bad is going to happen to it on a 30-minute break?
I mean, that sounds like quitter talk. I don't know. But long story short, it's the bones of the dragon god of corruption and the Gring tyrant. I don't want those coming back to life.
Valid?
That's valid.
But I really like. There's got if that can happen in 30 minutes, I'm concerned.
We got bigger things going on. Yeah.
All right. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna put a seal spell of this whole place. You lead the way. I'll find you in about 5-10 minutes. Good.
Great.
Yeah. Also, does
Great.
the green tyrant have a name?
Yeah. I would prefer not to say it.
Can you write it, or is it just like a not at all kind of thing?
It hurts to say. We were supposed to be like family, and then we had to kill him.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's valid.
Terrible.
Valid. And
This.
you shut the fuck up.
What?
Yeah, that's valid, and I'm sorry for your loss. And she's going to walk away.
Tobias will cross his arms and follow very quickly behind and be like, insensitive and insincere.
Okay, you know what? It's been a long day.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying not to punch you currently, because I don't even know why you decided to come
It's
with
fine.
me to
If you
begin
punch
with.
me, it's better than emotionally punching the feelings of the other people around you.
Oh my god. No, you just like to get hurt by someone pretty. You
It's
just like to
also
keep
true.
walking. She's gonna keep walking. She's gonna ignore him at this point. She's like, whatever. I can't win.
Not with that attitude.
Oh, you know what? You are lucky that I'm helping your ass at this point, because I could have just dropped you off anywhere.
Wasn't that the ideal originally?
No, because you know what? We do care about you. No matter how much you think
Foolish.
that we don't, we actually do. So, there. Happy? Where the
Yeah,
hell is
actually, a
Alona?
little bit.
She's gonna walk away and let him just continue to babble.
Okay. So just to confirm, you both are leaving the mausoleum and waiting for Tianglong to finish his sealing ritual.
Yeah.
After a few awkward minutes, you're joined again by Mitori, the Kitsune Duskwalker, and Xianglong, the Jade Wormkin. They kind of follow you. You can even see Xianglong's like shaking off an old robe, going, "I'm so excited! I'll get to go outside. Can't wait to see the sun. Oh, I'm so excited!" And you see Kitsune Mitori is just like, "This will be splendid. I'm measuring my expectations. Let's go."
Spice is gonna look at both of them and be like, you do know you can take breaks, right?
We were not aware of that. No.
Phenomenal thing. You actually don't have to be ever vigilant guardsmen, just most of the time vigilant guardsmen.
Kitsune, Mitori kind of slowly looks to Xianglong, and Xianglong just goes,
"Well, I mean, you're taking a break right now, so."
He's got us there. He does. He does.
I'm just saying it can happen more than once every 1,000 years.
I think we deserve that. You know, you're right. I think we deserve some more self-care.
I think you both deserve it.
Thank you. Oh, now I feel guilty, like I've wasted thousands of years of my life.
You have, but that's beside the point. Now you don't have to anymore.
Thank you. So where are we? Whose friends are we meeting again?
It's a couple of friends that we have. I'm sure have some questions for you. You know, one of them's like a huge nerd with books and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
Big
she's
nerd.
going to love
Small person, big nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna love to ask you some questions.
Great.
Because yeah.
Great.
Where would I'm gonna go head towards the library because nerds.
Okay.
Tobias will pull out a flask and offer it to either of them.
Oh yeah, they partake hard.
Perfect.
As you make your way to the library, Tobias, you
Yes.
hear a familiar voice just kind of almost like you're hearing something that you barely remember. A voice just go, "Tobias?"
In what direction?
Kind of behind you and to the left across the street.
I start speed walking.
Away from it?
Oh yeah. Immediately.
Shonovis tries to catch up, be like, slow down. I'm kind of drunk. You can't walk this fast.
Gotta go. We gotta go. No one should be recognizing my name here.
Tobias, it's me. It's Hera.
Tobias needs a refresher on Hera.
That's really fair. Hera was the orc lady.
Oh my god, this is the bitch that ghosted me.
She ghosted you, bro.
Why is she here?
Yeah, no, keep my head down. Keep moving forward.
That was the right move.
She says, "Hey, okay, that's super weird. Just nice to see you. It's been forever. I haven't heard from you. I just thought I'd."
Oh, he's already gone. Like, you couldn't have had this entire, like, he's out.
Just boom. Yeah, this is just the camera hanging back on Hera, and she's just like, "Oh, okay."
Yep, 100%.
But does Shionibus hear the fact that Hera said, "I haven't heard from you"?
Mm-hmm. I mean, does she?
Does she? Probably.
You're an elf.
But does
You're an elf.
but does
You got
she
them
care?
long ears.
Elf, you got
But
super
does she
senses.
care is the real question.
Always the question.
I mean, she did bring her up the last time they were like talking at one point.
That's
so
true.
I mean,
That's when she found out that she ghosted him.
Mm-hmm.
And she
yeah,
was like,
but you just heard her say we haven't talked, and like she wanted to talk. So there could be
Mhm.
others.
Question is, would Shionibus want to get
That's true.
into this business
fair.
or not? You answer that for yourself.
Oh no!
How much
No!
tea?
There's a meddling side of Shionibus that
There
Kylie
is.
did not admit.
I know there is.
That being said, Hera?
God damn it. Tobias will stop and slowly turn. Like, obviously he was trying to keep moving. Why did we stop? We have people to see.
I mean, we have a friend right here, don't we?
That's not the individual we need for our questions.
Don't you want to know what she's doing here?
No, I have more important things to do.
She's going to turn to Hera. What are you doing here?
She looks to you with a smile and looks kind of concerned over at Tobias, and she says, I inherited the mercenary company from Antigone, and I've relocated our operations to be a part of the Hunters Guild that's here. So I've been working out of Dragon's Grave for, I don't know, maybe about a year now.
Seems
that's
about
weird.
right.
Yeah. And
That's
I
weird
haven't-
that you found it.
Yeah, well, you know, after we all saved the world and you all did such great work, we had a lot of questions about the orcs that were turning into wormkin, the wormkin that woke up, and we kind of followed that rabbit hole, and I found Dragon's Grave.
Interesting. Well, you know, the whole gang is here and whatnot.
Even little Joey, he was such a scam.
No,
No,
no.
is he
Everyone
right?
Yeah. Oh, I think. I don't know. I don't keep track of them. That's Alona's job. I don't do kids.
Oh,
But yeah, super strange. Hey, weren't you and Tobias like writing letters back and forth or something?
Oh yeah, those stopped. I don't really know why.
wait. She looks embarrassed. She goes, "He wrote me more than one."
I mean, I don't know. I just heard that, like, you sent letters and stuff.
I mean, I sent a few. I guess I don't know.
Shionibus, I love you. Utterly stumbling into my business like a raucous bull.
I mean, what can I say? I just want to see you happy. So,
You do the
yeah.
opposite of that so often.
I'm a complicated elf.
No, you're not.
Well, it seems like you and Hera have some catching up to do.
Now that I know where you are, I'm sure we can catch up later.
Yeah. No, I'd love to. I'd love to get a drink and talk like old times back when we were in the caravan saving the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that still happens, apparently.
You look great.
I'm gonna slowly start backing away from this conversation.
I'm gonna glare daggers at Shionibus. We were just on our way over to the library to get some questions answered. I'm sure I will see you around.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
I guess you will. Bye.
He turns, goes.
All right.
I love
She turns around, walks away. There's a deleted scene there, but I don't know if maybe we'll cover it later. I don't know.
I love the two sides of the coin that is Dragon and Shionibus at this point, like getting involved in people's love lives.
It's pretty good.
Shionibus
so-
does it because it pisses him off.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and Dragon's like, I just want my friends to be happy.
So now at this point, I will say everyone has recollected with all your knowledge, experience, things you've seen, blah, blah, blah.
I've
And
seen
you're-
too much now.
And you're being joined also by a blue kind of furred kitsune, as you would eventually figure out, Duskwalker, and Tiang Yong.
Haha. They know you lied.
First thing, Dragon.
You instantly were like, "Oh, actually, I'll just take you to my friend who is a Duskwalker."
I didn't originally want her, but then I felt bad that she was like, "I'll come," and I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, Dragon's like, are you,
What?
Are you?
Oh, hey, look, friends. This is cute.
Oh, when
PJ?
you said Duskwalker, did you mean? You know.
Did you actually mean?
I don't
My
know.
bad.
Whoops.
Does Dragon know he's a Duskwalker?
That's
I honestly
Does
don't
he?
know if he's
Yeah.
ever talked about it because I don't know if he actually knows.
So you had that one moment where a blue Galoma
Right.
told you about the thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that translated to Duskwalker in your head, but I know you know about that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, he
So
knows
let's
that.
go from there. Whatever you feel is comfortable with that.
Well, he knows he died and came back, obviously, but I don't know if anyone has told him the term for it.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Question for you, PJ.
Yes.
This kitsune, do they look like a Duskwalker to me, or do they look like what they did before they died?
So we'll have the duat up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look how they did before they died, which is kind of like a blue gray kitsune fox fur. So the blue shift was not that extreme.
Cool.
Oh, so I still look like a Viking man. Did you
Oh
notice?
yeah, you don't look like
But
the
it's really
80-year,
stresses her out.
18-year-old like dirtbag. You look like a 34-year-old Viking dude.
Cool. So, did you die and come back blue as well?
Yes. Did you get the feather and the bed yard and Hamasa and the...
Oh, yeah, I do need to use that feather. And he, like, is looking through his jacket and then finds it and pulls it out. Yeah, I need
Please
to...
don't tell me you lost that.
No, I still have it. Yeah.
What is this all about?
Oh, it's a Duskwalker thing. We basically we have a I guess no one told you. We are the guardians of Hamasa's temple in the world of the dead. We try to make sure people can have a restful death and a restful sleep. We try to fight the corruption of the sickly green flame of Thane Animus and the Soulwell and his undead daemon abominations, and we try to also preserve the right for everyone to just stay at peace.
Hey, Gum, when were you gonna tell me you got a side job?
And he kind of like, well, I didn't quite know about the side
Well-
job. And like looks back, and then he's also thinking about what she said is like giving people a peaceful death, and he's thinking about all of the people that he's like fireballed and chopped down with his sword, and just like, ooh.
Are you okay? You seem to be sweating.
I'm fine, Tobias. How has your day been?
Oh, Shionobus and I have been on a lovely little prance about town. Definitely may have seen Hera, which was interesting. And then promptly came here.
You saw Hera?
Yeah, I'm not going to talk that much about it.
Who's Hera?
But anyway, don't worry about it.
His ex.
Well, now. Oh.
Oh,
I wouldn't go that far.
whoa!
Okay.
That's just
Okay.
And Dragon's like taking a sip out of a candy. You got someone to date you?
what's he drinking?
Just water.
I'd like to if I could pull out my sword and pommel strike the water container. Just ideally spilling it all over him.
Yeah, for the CVC, go right ahead.
I'm in. What do you?
Just give me a roll to hit.
God.
Oh,
What's
God.
my canteen's AC?
Yeah.
Just a 10, really.
Okay.
It's just a canteen.
I actually don't know what I'm supposed to roll on this app for that. I'm a fool. Oh, here it is. That will be a 29.
Yeah, that'll be. Well, the AC is a 10. 29 is at least 20 over, so that's a crit.
Crit.
Good job.
Yeet.
Yeah, so Dragon's just holding it, and then it just gets knocked up and spins in the air, and he just
My hand slipped.
he's just gonna spit the water at Tobias that he had in his mouth.
He takes
Yes. Are we still in the library?
Yes.
Wait, we left the library. We were leaving, right?
Just kidding.
You met around the library. Where do you
Okay.
want to be in the library? I'm gonna leave up to y'all.
No,
I was heading
because
towards
I don't
the
want to get.
library. But I was heading to the library to find you to ask questions about
Got it.
person underwater.
So let's just say Alona, Dragon, and Morel were just leaving the library when everyone just happens to meet up, so we don't get. I
Yeah,
don't know,
and
water
right outside the
everywhere.
library, there's one really big old book on display right behind Dragon.
God, no.
It just lands on it, slightly tilted over, and it's just leaking on it.
No. I think you will see Alona have a nervous breakdown.
Nerd.
Yes.
I would imagine that we're right outside the library, right?
Good.
Okay.
Amazing. Please.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Alona, I have something I wanted to talk to you about. There's apparently some guy who is trapped or locked or
Look there,
inside.
look there.
What?
Take a
Are you
deep.
talking about my ex?
No.
What are you getting at?
There
Listen.
was a person in the water. Thank you, Ichi.
Yeah, I just was saying that you should take a deep breath and also put your sunglasses on because it'll go over a lot cooler. Yeah, okay. Continue.
All right.
You
So,
look cool.
oh well, thank you. That's mighty nice.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool.
Oh, what? You guys, just stop. Just stop. Anyway, so we went fishing with the people down by the docks, but like they're kind of strange because apparently they all stand on the water to fish, and it's weird. There's magic.
What?
It's strange. Yes, I've never heard of it. It doesn't make any sense. But when we went in the water, I saw a guy trapped inside a pulsating rock. It was blue, and all of the water was rising to the surface, and it was like hard to get out, right? But like while I was down there, it was this man in full armor. Like, yeah, I don't know why anybody would be trying to stay down there, but I wonder if it has to deal with all the magic that was hanging out down there and stuff. Well, why are you making that face, Chionabis? Why are you squinting?
PJ, is that a pretty solid description of what I saw when I was in the water?
Are you talking about the blue rocks?
Or just the person in armor and blue rocks?
Person in armor is different. The blue rocks Lothier is talking about. Yeah, dead on to what you saw.
Oh, son of a bitch.
You didn't touch him, did you?
Oh, no, because there was something big behind me, and I was like, nope, I'm out of here.
Just
That's
like
good.
that.
That's good. Because that's Half's kid. I made the mistake of touching them once, and I almost drowned.
Oh, I remember that.
Don't touch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait,
Oh, that could have
dumb.
been bad.
you've been here
Yep.
before?
Yeah.
You touched
No.
Oh, why
No.
is there a kid here if you touch them somewhere else? That doesn't
I
make
think it's kind of everywhere. I don't think
Oh.
it's just like one certain location. I was at Agrippa upon a bear, I think. Yeah, let's go with that.
Yes.
Okay, so
And
that's
I
what
saw
mystery
something blue. Yeah, no, I dove in, touched it.
It was
And
definitely
so what
was
happened after you touched it?
He definitely showed up and definitely almost killed me.
Oh.
I don't know how I made it to the top. I had a vision about some penguin. It was weird. I don't know.
Yeah, there was a penguin. I remember the penguin that came in and saved you from a god literally trying to murder you because you touched their child and you didn't
It
know.
seems to happen
but
often. I don't know what it
Listen.
is.
Penguins are cool. I wonder if they wear sunglasses.
child of God.
If
to
I
the
find
god
a
of
penguin,
Ula.
I'm gonna give them yours. I'm sorry, Ichi, but I think the
I
penguin deserves it.
accept. I accept. They are yours to give. Wow, beautiful.
Very glad for our compatriots' juxtaposition between touching God's children and almost dying, and penguins and sunglasses.
And your ex.
Oh, that too.
Pengu-chan just hopped back in chat. Yes, Pengu, we were talking about the time that you saved Shionibus from dying because we found Half-Sun
All right.
here
Well,
too.
Well, we
So.
found Half-Sun, and we know not to go down there. So that's one problem solved. How about saving the world? Did we figure that one out?
Well, there's a person in there. That's different. We should
Yeah.
figure out that.
Yeah, a person wasn't there last time.
Oh.
Oh.
So new
Wait, so the
developments.
person's not the sun?
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what this whole thing was about. You're
The
saying
rocks are the sun?
Yeah. No,
What?
like the rocks are the kids. Yeah, I know, it's wild. Gods are weird, man.
Yeah, if you
I don't
were
know.
like a god, why would you make your child a rock?
I'm
I'm so
so-
sorry, Jefferson. I didn't mean it like that.
I look and Jefferson is yelling inside of my little pocket. What is he yelling, PJ?
I can't believe you would say that to me. Wilderness, I'm an upstanding citizen. I have land.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
pay my
We're
taxes.
gonna go back now, and I push it to the back of the bag.
I forget. Is that Lothir's pet rock?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Jefferson the pet rock.
Also, Chionibus, do you know of Valain Tarsian?
I've heard of his name, yeah.
Perception check.
Bring
Perception
it
check.
fucking on.
I
Perception
want to do
check.
that too.
Do you consent to a perception check?
Of course.
Okay.
Do I do a deception? I mean, that's not a lie, though.
Oh no, it would be based off of your deception DC. So what are that flat numbers? Your DC bonus, I'm sorry, your deception bonus plus 10.
Mine is dirty 20, so I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
My perception
You know, it's
is
funny. I used my hero point and I rolled twice and I got 7 both times. But I have a dummy thick perception, so that's a 24.
My deception's at 25.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Fuck. Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah.
But, like,
No,
I'd
no,
say
no,
you can
no.
tell something's up. But because you're her bestie and you've been hanging around, like, you hung out with her for so long back home, like, you can tell, like, there's something.
But Dragon doesn't get it. Yeah.
Dragon's just like, yeah, that's her resting bitch face.
Yeah, so apparently
Constant.
he was the one who worked with and made some sort of weapon that's capable of killing Azimuth. Or not Azimuth.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
he is one of the oldest elves that I know of. That I've never met the man. Him.
He-
Elf.
Yeah, apparently he was also working on the Tree of Life stuff.
Laugh.
Yeah. I know he was there when the one in the north was destroyed, and then he just kind of disappeared. Bowen has talked about it briefly, but nothing too in depth. But I may or may not have sent him a letter at one point to just see if I'd ever get a response, to see if he was even alive.
Did he
Haven't
respond?
gotten a response.
You never got a response.
No.
Yeah, Alona, do you want to tell him about the other thing that we found out?
Oh god, I feel like there were so many. But yes,
Well-
yeah, PJ, did you get my message?
No, I did not. Hold on.
Oh, I sent it in the Zoom chat, not anywhere. I sent it in the Zoom chat.
Oh, the one you sent me about 10-ish minutes ago?
Yeah.
No, that's... What about
Yeah.
letters?
No.
Hold on.
Do you want me to
Oh, I
send-
see it. I see it. Mhm. You do. A part of you does, yes. That part of you does.
Okay. Do you want me to roll a perception check to see if I can recall this information? Or a religion check?
It's a religion check.
Okay. All right. Religion check to see if I remember things. Because as you remember, Alona was in the body of Hamasa for the past better century. So.
Yep.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, she remembers a lot. I rolled a 17.
On my die
But
face.
my modifier is dummy thick once more. So it's where are you? Yep. It's a 36.
Damn.
Dummy thick.
Yeah, you would get. You want me to just say it, or yeah?
Yeah, just go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So you remember
bad at
that
all.
Hamasa in the World of the Dead, her greatest enemy and constant threat is Thane Animus, the basically like the Lord of Reapers, the Bone Lord, the one who wishes to just take the World of the Dead by force and use its power to his own end. He is usually one of the big kings of necromancy. He has perverted the soul well to kind of do that kind of thing. It's already kind of in a bad place. So yeah, you would know that Thane Animus, big bad evil lord of the realm of the dead, definitely made a deal with your boy Coromant.
Yeah, big bad bone daddy. I have a feeling, a very distinct feeling. And it's a feeling that I know because we saw it at the end of episode 100. But in this book, it says that Coromant made a deal with the Soul Well, and Thane Animus rules the Soul Well. So Coromant made a deal with Thane Animus that he could never die. His soul lives forever, corrupted by necromancy or whatever other powers that exist in there.
So kill Thane Animus and then we can kill him.
Let's do it.
Whoa. You're talking about killing a god of death?
Yeah,
We've been
look,
talking about killing gods the whole time.
it's just killing gods.
Yeah, but like the god of death is literally the god over whether or not things die. I feel like that is a lot more.
Could you imagine the dramatic irony of gacking, like straight up dusting the god of death?
He's got a point on that one. That is pretty funny.
Not that I don't believe in our abilities, but Hamasa and Thane Animus have been in contention with each other since almost the beginning of time.
So what you're saying is we get Hamas's help, and then it might be a lot easier then. And he's still pulling out his feather.
Yeah, instead of just having to do this ourselves, we get another god to fight another god, and potentially we find other gods to also fight that god.
Wait, before we get too excited about this,
yeah,
I look over at Ichi. How do you feel about that?
It's hard to feel anything when I haven't had coffee in 24 hours.
Case in point, we're killing a god. Or two.
Sorry, I'm trying.
No, I just want to make sure. Yeah, that's kind of your thing, you and Chionobis now, I guess.
We're all actually really lucky I don't feel anything instead of the worst case scenario in which we're not going to talk about it.
Yeah,
it's terrorism.
So this is a quick question for me, because based on my knowledge of the god that I inhabited, would I know if there's any coffee beans that would grow in the general vicinity of this place?
That's
PJ.
true.
You opened this up to
Yes.
No, it's fine. Let's roll it.
Eco-terrorism at its finest.
You okay, give me. Oh gosh, I don't know if you have farming lore, religion
no.
check.
Friends do.
That's
Friends do.
right.
It's true.
I will let you work together on this. Lothier, give me a lore farming check. This will be giving aid to Wes's religion check.
Oh god.
Alright.
I'm untrained in religion.
Let's go.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. Can
I think it's gonna be great.
Do you have society at all?
I do. Yeah, my society is much better. I'll use that.
Are you trained in society?
I am trained in society. Yes.
Cool, you can do that. I'll allow that.
Cool.
Otherwise, there's no way you can roll that knowledge.
28 lore farming.
Holy crap.
31 on society.
I've got my pitchfork. I'm ready to go.
I put on my pitchfork and wizard hat.
Oh man, I love that your character's like farming lore. Let's go. So you start talking about Wes, what you kind of remember about being the goddess of the harvest and the farm and the family. Lothier, you have lived that life your entire childhood, so you're kind of like crunching notes. You know that this location would not be a great spot for coffee beans. The ones that would grow here would probably be very, very bitter, and they wouldn't be very plentiful. But if you go further north up the continent, around Acadia and in Shelator, there would be some really amazing coffee beans.
So he's like thinking about that, like, oh yeah, no, fuck that. And he's going to try and use that to like remember where he could get the herbs to make a strong very caffeinated tea for Ichi.
Before that happens, no, never mind.
I've got a bit I want to make.
Yeah.
I would like to roll for society to look around for signs of the obviously existent underground coffee trade.
You're right.
I was literally tempted to do that last episode, but like, so.
I rolled a 19, so that'll be a 31 to society.
Oh my god.
31 to society. Okay.
Have I seen like any like graffiti on the walls? It's like a beam and like an arrow in like a shady back alley or something.
You just see a guy like
some guy's shoes up on a wire or something.
Like I know that there's an underground bean trade.
Yeah, there we go.
breathe the bean.
Okay. Yeah, you start seeing some graffiti going down back alleyways. It's the symbol of it looks like an eyeball, but if you look really carefully, it's actually just a bean with eyelashes. And a red stripe going through it. It's a red eye. Following the path of the red eye, you see this person just kind of like hunched on the ground with a long trench coat and what looks like a burner being lit by magical runes that have fire, and they're just like, "You want some red eye, buddy?"
Yes.
I'm terrified. Ichi, don't die.
Did you go on your own, or am I with you?
If you want to come, you can. Otherwise, I'm gonna go buy this and then leave.
I think Ichi's is just staring into the middle distance and did not follow you. So
all right,
this is all you, boy.
Fucks off into a back alley. Looks at this man. He's like, "How much?"
Nah, first got to make sure you ain't no NCC punk.
No, this place needs to be liberated by any NCC enforcement that exists. Sorry, from, not by. I don't understand why the NCC exists, and I'm very upset about it. And I don't know what legal representatives happened to make this pass, but they should be burned. Also, no, really, how much?
Give me a quick diplomacy check.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. That's gonna be a 21.
21. Okay. They kind of like keep nodding. Yeah. You're amped, man. I like that. You're amped. You're cool. Okay. Okay, here's what we got. And he started like plucking these like crinkly bags folded at the tip. You can feel they're like heavy beans inside. He goes, we have this nice, lovely dark roast. It's gonna be very mild for your mornings. Love that. You also get this nice darker roast, bold flavors. It's got a little bit of a chocolate undertone. You want the chocolate?
Yeah.
Okay, have that.
Yeah.
Do you get down with a TEA?
No, I'm more on the coffee. Yeah.
You're not a leaf. You're not a leafer. You're more of a bean guy. All right.
Yeah. That's why I like the logo.
Okay. Yeah. Well, viva la caffeine. We'll see you later, man.
Do you want money?
No.
Oh, this is a communistic service. Amazing. Thanks, buddy. He turns and leaves.
He's like, yeah, stay amped. We're gonna win one of these days, man.
Stay amped. Hell yeah, brother. He will then go to Ichi and just produce this bag.
What is this?
Open it, you doofus.
What?
Open it, comma, you doofus.
Immediately, your nose is greeted by the rich, savory, familiar flavor and nose palette of coffee with just a nice touch of a cocoa after and a mild, warm, buttery dance. This
Understand that that's illegal as fuck, so
Oh,
keep it hidden.
so fucking illegal.
Oh, okay. And are these raw beans or is it like a cup? Or like
That's
what do
raw.
I got here?
That's raw beans.
Okay.
Raw beans.
Oh god. Okay, thank you. I rush over to Dragon. Dragon.
Yeah.
Dragon.
Mhm.
Dragon.
Yeah. You all right? What's wrong?
You can make fire balls. Fire.
Yeah.
I need you to make fire. Because I have
What?
this coffee.
Oh. I got you. All right. And I'll cast Produce Flame. And it just so he's just got his hand is on fire. Like, do you have
Water.
something
Water.
metal? What? No,
All right.
Water.
I will
Water.
make
you
some
gotta
some
roast
water.
them first, and then you gotta grind them up, and then that's how you do it.
They're
I'll help.
they're already roasted.
Oh,
I make some water for them.
Ichi brings out her travel percolator
Oh my god.
and proceeds to frantically with it's almost you have to avert your eyes. It's a little uncomfortable to watch. Frantically makes a cup of espresso.
Can I wait? Is it just a cup of espresso that you're making? This sounds pretty tiny.
Well, the percolator has a capacity of 3 to 4 cups.
I think it's Dragon's whether or not he can make a fire that small.
No, it's less that. I had a different idea about casting enlarge on the cup of coffee.
You've got a venti spell?
Make a giant cup of coffee for each.
Vatica Trenta, motherfucker.
Can I do it, PJ? Because it says one willing creature.
Oh no.
But
I'm not gonna get into the weeds about the willingness of inanimate objects. Yes, you can absolutely enlarge it.
I am casting enlarge on
We are
this
gonna get
cup of coffee.
dark.
Arrested.
Yeah.
I can't believe we have to burn this place down.
Are we doing this in broad daylight?
Yeah, we are.
Right outside the library.
I'm gonna keep watch.
Yeah, like a real direct deal. I'm gonna like open up like a jacket and like stand over it.
Dragon,
Oh my gosh.
so much. Go.
Just imagine it's like a barrel of coffee that Ichi's just downing right now.
Yeah. It goes from I'm imagining the 3 to 4 cup percolator being about this much, and you enlarged it I don't know what height and level, but that's going to go up at least 1 or 2 sizes, meaning it's about the size of an ale cask right now. It's about the size of a barrel.
Ichi's using all of that strength to just down. She's just it's down the gullet.
My home
Again,
got a
uncomfortable to
Trent
watch.
Ichi, give me a fortitude save.
Okay.
From the jitters.
Yep.
Just too hyped. Too hyped.
Stay amped. Stay amped.
Viva la bean.
Viva la
Viva la
bean.
caffeine.
That is, let's see, a 4 on the die face, and I have a very high fortitude, so we'll see what this pans out to. That is a 22.
22.
My fortitude's 18.
Your friend starts to literally glow red, sweat profusely, and visibly shake. The term on the street is buzzing. They are buzzing.
Oh. That's not good for your heart rate.
No.
You know what I'm gonna do? Wait. I cast Soothing Blossoms on the ground. You know, but it basically, this is when any creature in that area is poisoned or anything, or disease or sickness, which this is kind of a sickness, maybe. It helps them roll better.
It's fine. If I have to lay on hands defibrillator Ichi, I will.
Okay.
Yeah, Dragon's gonna inch close to Alona and just whisper, "That was supposed to be for everyone. Didn't get a chance to say that."
There's more beans, right? You didn't use all of them.
Right. 'Cause
What?
I would like one bean if there's a bean. Because you know what I want to do? I want to find the best piece of soil. I know the beans won't taste that great, but I would love to plant it and grow.
They're already roasted.
Oh, fuck.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but
He's a druid. He can do whatever he wants.
I'm gonna get more.
All right, you're
gonna
also close to Seattle like me. Like, you should know this.
Yeah, no.
Now
no.
listen. I'm gonna get you beans, and Tobias, we're gonna save your life, and with Dragon, we're gonna fix whatever's wrong with you, and we're gonna go kill a god.
Wait, what's wrong?
Let's
with
go.
Let's go fight God.
She just starts running in an arbitrary direction.
The fact that you're glowing red and we're gonna get caught.
Oh, they're gonna know.
No
How
one's
would
gonna
they
know.
know?
How can they know?
They're gonna know.
How would they know?
Ichi, as you go running off, bright red, sweating, and vibrating, you eventually see a member of what you can only assume to be the town guard with this little patch that just says the letters NCC.
I dodge him.
He looks at you and he goes, "Hey, are you buzzing?"
Goodbye.
No, she's sunburned.
Shut up. No, look at her. She's gone. Like, all in slow motion.
Oh my god.
What is happening?
I want you to know we started talking about killing gods, and now we're coffee episode.
Now we created a god.
Yeah.
This is the god we're using to fight the other god. It's all going according to plan.
Yeah. Just give her like a good 6 hours no caffeine, then overdose her and throw her at the target. It will be amazing.
Oh no, telekinetic projectile Ichi at the god's face.
Ichi has made a lap around the block. And if you are pondering that concept out loud, Ichi would say, "That's a great idea."
It's just the Flash. We've created the Flash.
I'm gonna look at that NCC guard. What's he doing?
At this part, you know that moment, and I don't know why I'm pulling this, but you know that moment in Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift where they're saying, "Gun it." What do you mean? Gun it. And he does, and he goes, "No, the cars here are bone stock. They can't even catch up to anything going over $160." And you see the cops just look at their guns like 196 and like, no, that's them. They're looking at Ichi and they're like, I can't run that fast. Down. Do nothing about it.
I ain't paid enough for this. Turns and walks away.
We'll just wait for her to burn herself out, and then we'll just find her unconscious somewhere.
Twitching and unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we were having an important conversation.
We were.
Yeah, as that's happening. Anyway, yeah, so what would be the problem if we just contacted Hamasa to kill the other god of death? Maybe Hamasa could just take on their responsibilities too.
Well, isn't Hamasa in there, like in the death realm, watching over all the sleep dead people, giving them rest and succor and all of that?
Yeah, they're a little busy
I could
doing their job.
call.
Listen, I'm not saying that they couldn't, because they can, but this has been a conflict for a long time.
Look, if these two lovely people can take a short break from their 1,000 years of vigilance, so can Hamas.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
Dragon's gonna
They're
turn to the other Dustwalker. Yeah. Do you think Hamasa would go for that? You've probably had more conversations than I have.
The battle's been waging for a long time. To help with that, she uses her knights and guardians to not only kill Thane Animus's creations, but if you can, break that mile line that we just haven't been able to bulge past.
well, didn't you say that the Dustwalkers are the guardians of Hamasa or whatever? That's you, Dragon. So
It's literally your job.
I mean,
Yeah.
look.
you are required to.
As per your new side job that you didn't know you knew.
I mean, I guess so. So killing that Theanimus guy is part of my job. I'm supposed to do it, right?
Yep.
Right. That's how that works.
Yep.
I should really. And
This
he
is
pulls
not
out the
gonna be
feather again.
fun.
I need to have a chat with some people at some point.
Do you know the name of who gave you this feather token?
It was Kel.
Oh. He's supposed to be put to rest. He's waiting for someone to replace him. That's you.
He's waiting for me to say yes so that he can die.
Well, I mean, we put it that way. No, he just needs to go to sleep.
And never wake up again. That's what dying is.
Thank you.
I mean, you're not wrong. Unfortunately, because of the deal made between the powers that be, there can only be so many Duskwalkers and Guardians, even less. He's trying to retire, and if you have his feather, then that means it's up to you to take his job so he can die.
That's a lot of responsibility.
I wonder how that feels, having greatness thrust upon you.
One of your ex would say the same thing.
I will absolutely end your entire newfound career.
Okay, you two, let's go.
I'll put a hand on Tobias's shoulder and be like, simmer down. You gotta admit it was kind of funny.
Somewhere in the distance, you just hear Kel say, "Please, I'm so tired." I just ripped that from Reap Psyche in the chat. So
Thank you, Reap Psyche. So at this point, this is where we're going to end episode 38 of Edge of Legend. A lot of stuff to go through, a lot of bombs dropping. Before we do, though, one small credit scene. I'm not gonna do a deleted scene of Hera being sad, but instead, a letter arrives for Shionibus, writing a beam of light, kind of bending around corners at quick edges until finally it hovers right in your hands. When you look at it, you find that it is a simple parchment sealed with red wax, and an old elven family sigil. Breaking the seal and looking into it, you see a very short sentence, large letters written frantically.
Oh no.
Tell me everything you know. And that is where we're going to end episode 38. Let's say our goodnights and our goodbyes, starting with Randy.
Hey everybody, PJ likes to destroy my brain right before he asks me to talk. So there you go. My name is Randy Alvarenga, and you can find me on the Twitter for right now, as long as it's still around. Who knows how much longer that is? At Roller Raja, that's ROLLER RAJA. I'm doing some really cool stuff. Heading to LA to record Harbinger season 2 in like 2-3 weeks. I'm excited about that. Also doing a Vampire the Masquerade charity stream full of Latino like TTRPG players, so that's cool. And then there's one more thing that I'm blanking on, and I know I'm gonna Gravehaven. I come check that out because there's some lovely people from this cast also in that. And
When is it?
It is on Tuesdays. Oh no, it's not. It's on Fridays at in the evening at like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 7.
It's at 8 o'clock.
It's at 8. There you go. I'm in the chat most of the time when I can. We record it on Tuesdays, which is why my brain said Tuesday.
It's fair. It's entirely fair.
Well, next up, let's see if I can do this in the same order I started with. Next up, we have Tobias, our guest. Thank you so much for coming again. Please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Yes, the sweet, sweet internet that's absolutely not cursed. I'm Tobias McCurry, and you can find me pretty much on all the social medias as Tobias McCurry. Beacons.ai/Tobias is also where you can find just a list of random social media that I use on occasion, really. Tomorrow, I am starting a 5-session campaign, which will be on the Dice Cream Sandwich channel.
Aww.
It's pretty good.
I love that.
That is Alice in the Wonderdark, and that'll be happening tomorrow at 5:30 p.m.
Ooh.
Everyone has wild character concepts, so I will be wearing this shirt again and playing the straight man.
The thing that we play every day of our lives. Got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So everyone's going to be bombastic and absurd fantasy creatures, and I'm going to come from a world that has no magic and everything is just a fever dream.
I love that concept. Next up, we have Sidney. Sidney, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hello. My name is Sidney Rubino. You can find me all over the internet at Sidney Rubino. That's Instagram, wow, TikTok, maybe Twitter in the future. We'll find out, like Randy said. When I'm not here with these incredible people on Fridays, I am on Q Times with Randy and Wes and a few other amazing people with Gravehaven. That's 8 p.m. PST on Q Times. Check us out on Fridays. We're not going to be going live for the next 2 weeks because of the holidays. But after that, we will be back in full force. And if you like Southern Gothic campaigns and our faces, you should check it out.
Now, let's see if I can get this order right. I think Sam was up next. Sam, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hello, I'm Sam, and you can find me all over the internet at Hey Sam Sterling. And PJ, may I tell people what's happening next Saturday?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm DMing my very first one-shot on stream. It's going to be Battle Maids, the RPG. So every player is a different trope of maid in fiction, and we have our illustrious PJ as a player. We've got Tobias, we've got Wes, and quite a few familiar faces that have been on the channel and a few other people that I'm sure you've seen before. And all of that will be, check out Twitter for updates on that. It's going to be so fun. It's going to be so silly. Please come watch next Saturday charity stream. So yeah, I'm real excited. You guys are going to be great.
Ooh, woo.
Oh, whoops. Next up, we have Wes. Wes, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hi, everybody. I'm Wes Johnson, at Wes_IRL on all of the social medias. And yeah, you can find me Fridays on Gravehaven with Randy and Sidney. And then you can also find me here, as well as on my Instagram for some of my cosplay stuff when I do have time to actually post pictures. But yeah, that's it for me, pretty much.
Nice. Hey, well, next and certainly not least, we have Kylie. Kylie, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hi there, I'm Kylie, or I go by Kai. It really doesn't matter at this point. You can find me at Kai's Wonderful Life all over the internet, Instagram, Twitter-ish, TikTok, all that good stuff. I am probably more active on TikTok than I am any other social media, even though it hates me nonetheless. But when I'm not here, I am currently nowhere except work. I will have a new campaign coming up probably at the beginning of the new year. Keep an eye on that. I'll probably be posting it on my Instagram. I'm also starting to go back to conventions one more time. So if you're around in the LA area sometime in mid-January, let me know. I'll be going to ALA and whatnot, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, that just leaves little old me. My name is PJ Megaw. You can find me all over the internet at pj.megaw, Facebook, Instagram, and, well, Twitter until it either gets better or catches on fire. Who the hell knows? I don't even know anymore. But I'm there. And when I'm not there, here are these amazing legends. You can find me here, same Nat time, same Nat channel for Wayward Arcadium, Mondays, 8 to 11. We just got out of the haunted house and we are cruising to the later part of season 2, and it has been a crazy wild ride. Also, please tune in next week to see us again continue this journey through Dragon's Grave and the end of the world again. Also, the Saturday, the 26th, that's when the charity is going to be for the Maid game. More details. You get to see me with cat ears and more funness. This weekend, speaking of conventions, if you happen to be in the Pasadena area and going to Anime Pasadena, you might see some familiar faces there. There's going to be a big new event at a convention, and myself and Sam and Sydney and a few others that you may know or recognize are going to be there, basically kind of creating a fun LARP-like event. We give you quests and everything. Look for this dumb mug with a golden T-shirt. I'm the guy. Don't talk to them. They're gonna backstab you.
What?
It's on. I'm gonna win. Golden Bears are gonna. Boy, the Golden Bears. Golden Bears are gonna win.
You're like
true.
neutral evil. Like
What?
Yeah, that's why it's gonna win.
They don't even know what those words mean. Anyway, not you. You know what you're talking about. They don't know. Anyway, that being said, I think I've said more than
on.
get
Wrecked.
Sam and I are just neutral.
So without further ado, let's go raid the hero zone. What should our raid cry be?
Coffee.
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 I hate it when my
With
ex
a lot
shows
of
up.
exclamation marks.
Hate it when the X shows up.
Is that the battle cry? I hate when my ex shows up.
Just kick down the door. I hate it when my X shows up. Hi?
Good way to get kicked out.
Nah, that's fine.
All right, everyone, let's do coffee. We're gonna be rating in 3,
Frog.
2, 1.